Okay, future Nick here. So I was gonna do honorable mentions. I'm not gonna go grab the books because the books are like I'm on my bed and the books are kind of far away from me. Like that one's a foot away from me and the other one is 3-4 feet away from me. So I don't feel like going and grabbing them. And one of the books that I'm about to mention, I don't even own anymore. So yeah. But honorable mentions. Uh so I'm gonna say The Woods Within the Woods by Tony Urban was an amazing coming of age story. It wasn't as good as Those Below the Treehouse, but it's up there. It's probably right behind Those Below the Treehouse, The Within the Woods. It's probably right below Those Below the Treehouse, and I have Those Below the Treehouse as like number 5 as my favorite coming of age story of all time. So Within the Woods would probably be like 6. And it was just an amazing coming of age story. I loved it a lot, and I told my YouTube friend to go read it, and he didn't like it as much. But I think that's just a difference between what we like. Like I like gross stuff, and he likes more story-driven, character-driven stuff. Where I'm like, oh, I like gross things, you know. So yeah. Second honorable mention is Down on the Farm by John Sturr. This book was it was cosmic horror monster or creature feature, cosmic horror creature feature. It kind of reminded me a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of Pet Sematary. It was amazing. I loved it so much, and I gave it to my friend, and I don't know if he got it. He got it. He definitely got it because that was like a few months ago. But I don't know if he read it yet or enjoyed it, but it was a really fun read. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And then the last book for my favorite horror book of the year is Skins by Wrath James White. This is an honorable mention, and Wrath James White is just an amazing writer, which is surprising to me because he's like me. He wasn't traditionally a writer. Like, he's not your traditional writer. He comes from a tough background, a rough background, and he wrote this amazing book about racial diversity, and it's just fantastic. You're reading a book about this big hulking black guy who just beats the shit out of Nazi skinheads. It's amazing. I loved it so much. So those are my honorable mentions. I will let past me finish the video for you guys. So I'll see you at the end of the video. Hello guys, this is Spooky Noodles, and I am here with a contest video. I am trying to enter Paul's Reads and Reviews contest, which you tell your top 5 books of the year so far. And yeah, and this is actually kind of hard. I took a second to actually think about it, and I've read a lot of good books this year. A lot of good books, and I don't usually read bad books. When I do read bad books, oh my god, it's a pain in the neck. But I don't usually read bad books, so that being said, these are the top 5 books I've read from this year. I will do another video at the end of the year for my official top 5 when I've read, more books. Because who knows, this is just from May, so we're 5 months into the year, and there's, as you know, 12 months in the year, so we have another like 7 to go. So yeah, but these are my top 5 so far. I can't say they're in order because I can't order these right now, like in order. They're all good in their own way, and I will eventually figure out the order they're in, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you my top 5 for the year so far. And we're going to start with Graham Masterton's The Djinn. Now, I actually read this book. This is the one I read. I have another version of this book coming, and it has a nice green cover with a cool die cut. But yeah, the Djinn was amazing. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I couldn't ask for a better book in Graham Masterton. Honestly, this book was amazing in almost every single regard. I like the whole folklore monster, the Djinn or the genie. And yeah, there's not much to say other than this book was amazing. So far, this is my favorite Graham Masterton book, and it's like one of my favorite books of the year. All of these are going to be my favorite books of the year so far. It was really hard to choose 5 books because I have read like I should do a like runners up because there's so many good books I read this year, but I'm just gonna go for my top 5 now, and maybe I'll add a video in the beginning of runner-ups. But yeah, The Djinn by Graham Masterton. Next, we have The Voice of the Night by Brian Coffey, which is not Brian Coffey, it's a pen name, or Dean R. Koontz. Yes, this is Voice of the Night, the Voice of the Night, and I just recently got this version. I told the guy, hey, can I get The Voice of the Night by Dean Koontz? He's like, I don't think I have that one. I'm like, I see it right there in your picture. It's top right. You got it. And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot that was Dean Koontz. I was like, yeah, it's Dean Koontz. So, yeah, totally excited to read this book. Or I've already read it. I was so excited to read the book is what I'm trying to say, because I heard so many great things about it, and then when I finally opened it up and read it, it was fantastic. Well, I actually didn't open it up and read it. I listened to the audiobook. I did start reading the actual paperback, but then I switched over to audiobook, and the audiobook was amazing, so that's another great book. Next, we have a Shane McKenzie book, which is Jacked. I loved this book so much. I honestly couldn't say enough good things about this book, and yeah, I won't be owning this very soon though, because this is going to somebody. I'm not going to tell you who, because just in case that person is watching. But it is going to go to a friend, someone who will take care of it, and from my understanding, he's going to love this book. I love this book so much, and it's my favorite zombie novel. Well, my second favorite zombie novel ever. And we will get into my first favorite zombie novel right now. And I don't own these copies of these books. I do have them on ebook though. So let me pull up the ebook copies, and then we will go over them. Let's see here, library. Scroll down to, where is it? Where is it? Oh, that's right. I read it on my computer. So I don't have it on my phone. But Those Below the Treehouse by Matt Hayward. Now, the thing about these two zombie novels, Jacked and Those Below the Treehouse, is that they're not your traditional zombie novels. Like, they're not just people who died and came back to life and they're just walking corpses. Like, in Jacked, they're like slime monsters. So it's like The Blob meets Night of the Living Dead. It was really cool. And then you throw in some steroid freak, you know? And then Matt Hayward's is, they're very, I don't know how to explain the zombies in Matt Hayward's book, but they were really, really good. Matt Hayward's book, Those Below the Treehouse, is probably I don't want to put any of these in order so far, but I would have to say that's probably my number 1 of the year. Maybe. I would have to really think about it, because Dean R. Koontz's book was really good, and it's really hard to even put these in any order, so that's why I'm not doing it. But order. I keep saying odor, so my bad. But yeah, and then the last book here, Let me pop up my Goodreads. Where's the book? Oh, the last book is by my good friend Jeff Beasler, and it's called Speed Demons. If you haven't looked it up or listened to the audiobook, which is the audiobook is how I did it, and audiobook's amazing. I'm going to be getting a signed copy from him when I get the money. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to give it a read. Or I keep doing that. I'm excited for you guys to give it a read, because I want someone else to experience this awesomeness that is Jeff Beasler's writing. I thoroughly enjoyed Speed Demons. It was so much fun. It's just basically about this guy who's going to go to his family's house with his brother, and they run into demons. That's all I can really say. It's really, really good, and I thoroughly loved it, and I couldn't say this enough. You guys should definitely go to him and try to get a copy, because more people should read this book, because it's just that good. I couldn't say enough good words for it, good things about it, and it makes me want to read more by him. And I'm currently listening to the sequel to Speed Demons, which is pretty good. I fell asleep because it was really late at night, and I have to rewind the audiobook a little bit, but I made it like an hour in before I fell asleep. So yeah, it's really good so far though. So yeah, but those are my top 5. I will do an honorable mentions in the beginning of this video, so future me is gonna go to the beginning of the video and tell you my honorable mentions. But that is the book, or the top 5 books for Paul's Reads and Reviews contest. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I win this contest. No, I'm just kidding. It is just fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys.
Now I am become death.